So I keep seeing a red truck. Can you confirm why that would be important?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
That was the vehicle that Shelby was in when she passed.
Okay. So Shelby has basically booted your son to the side and has decided that she's going to come through. I keep hearing the word sis or sissy.
That's what I called her.
Okay. That's what she's wanting me to refer to you as.
Yep.
Why does she show me March or the 3rd of a month?
March. Her daughter was born in March, and her brother passed in March.
Okay. So, Spirit has this incredible way of bringing through information, just one piece of information that means multiple things. So, what's happening here is Stephen and Shelby are kind of battling for who gets to do the reading, and I'm trying to tell them they both will get to do it, but also bringing up her daughter is very, very important. It's strange. Do you know if she had a miscarriage or an abortion at any time?
Didn't we question it?
It was questionable, but I don't. She did not ever tell me. No. I thought she was. Honestly, our opinion was she was pregnant when she passed, but I have no verification of that.
I think I feel her with a child presence, so and it's hers. So I'm feeling that was probably accurate. That, or she would have had to have had a miscarriage or an abortion, and I actually don't feel any one of those. I believe she was pregnant.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that she was pregnant for sure. And I think that's what she's kind of trying to tell us, and by bringing that to the forefront. Are you able to see your granddaughter? Because she makes me feel like you're not.
No.
No.
Okay, that really bothers her.
Yes.
And she wants you to know that even though you're not able to be present in her life, that she still is. So she's watching over her. She's around her. She's with her.
We always, told her.
She keeps playing You Are My Sunshine.
That was a song for her girls.
And it's like that's what she's playing now for her boy. So, are the girls aware that that was their song?
Mm-hmm.
They remember that?
I sang it to them after too.
Okay. Now, why is the 19th or the age 19 important?
Wasn't I 19 when she died?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot that.
She said, I am so proud of you. Big sister proud. Just incredibly proud. She wants me to tell you to go for it. She's like, you are your own worst enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you talk terrible to yourself. And she can hear that. And I don't know if you're thinking about opening a business or doing something new, going out on your own, but there's a real line of encouragement for you to do that. Does this make sense?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a new job.
Okay. And so you don't like where you're at, or?
No, I didn't, and I quit it.
Okay. She's so sweet. That's okay.
Yeah,
That's
she
okay.
is so sweet.
I can really begin, the longer that I read someone, to tell a difference between her energy and Stephen's energy. Like, I can tell, which is kind of hard to do. Why does she keep showing me A&W root beer? Anything?
I love A&W.
Okay.
I've been drinking a lot of root beer, actually.
Okay. So I know that sounds so silly, but those are the types of things that I'm asking her to bring up. stuff that proves that she's around and with you.
Right.
And so if you've been drinking more root beer than normal and she's bringing that up, that's not a coincidence.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
also not something that you
She
would...
usually doesn't even drink root beer.
I know, I've been craving it.
Okay. So that is your proof that she is with you all the time.
Oh, I know she's with me
Yeah.
all the time. I
Yeah.
feel her.
Yeah. She said she is so unbelievably proud of you and her dad as well. Just like you were such an inspiration. Oh man. I mean, I usually don't bring up this many numbers, but it is just wow. So she's showing me 11, 11.
11,
I make
11.
11 wishes every day.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 1111 is her after-death communication to you.
I see it every day.
That's so if you're seeing it every day,
Twice a day if I'm
Yeah.
up in the morning.
right? So if you're seeing that constantly, that's her one way of really truly connecting with you.
I do too. Like when I look at the clock, I did it last night, and I made a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. She keeps saying happy birthday, and I think this is for
Her birthday was in April, and her daughter's birthday.
okay.
Her other daughter.
Perfect. So I was going to say I think it's for one of her children.
Oh, sorry.
No, that would make sense. No, but I couldn't for sure make the connection, and it was probably because her birthday's also in April. So she was wanting to bring happy birthday up in general. She's showing me like full-on renovation, or like everything is getting a facelift. This house doesn't feel like the same house.
That's true.
Okay. This is so strange. She said purple. So I don't know if you're painting something or you're trying to decide what room to paint or what color to paint a room. But I keep seeing light purple.
Her room was, when
Like a lavender.
When she left our house, her room was lavender.
Perfect. So she's taking me to her room. That's what she's doing. At her passing, were you she makes me feel like someone was not present. And it's like she wanted it that way. So, it's almost like I feel like I see her passing in a hospital bed, and this is the second time. It's like the first time she passed at the wreck.
She did. I was.
But
She
then,
did, didn't she?
But then
pass
she dies again.
and then
Yeah.
on the way up in the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And no, we were not there.
You know if she ever worked with children or in daycare?
Yes.
Okay. Because I asked her what she did, and she showed me children and a daycare. And was she cremated or was she buried?
She was buried.
Okay, that's interesting to me because she shows me her shoes, and sometimes I feel like Spirit shows me this when they want me to bring up something odd or weird that you've done, or the fact that you may be wearing her shoes still. But in this case, I think this has to do with her burial and what she was actually buried in. Was she not buried in any at all?
No, she was buried in
Okay.
shoes.
Is there any significance to them? Was there a story behind not being able to find?
That is so weird. We could not find her shoes, remember? So I believe it was the black pumps of Tammy's that she wore, because I couldn't.
So you
Find shoes.
You sent her to the other side borrowing shoes.
Yes. Yes.
To her, that's funny.
I cannot remember if they were mine or if they were Tammy's. Do you remember?
I do not remember.
But they were not hers. No.
I feel like she wanted to go to college.
She just got accepted into dental school, right?
Mm-hmm.
These little things that are confirming, her life up until that point and even after are really incredible facts. But all she wants to do is talk about how proud of you she is. And it's almost like, I know that she should be proud of you as her younger sister, but the proud that she is of you is, I feel like I'm looking at my own daughter. Like, that's how unbelievably proud I am. And I don't feel like this is just, how much you've had to endure, but really how you've just went on and kept going and kept everything together and kept everyone together. She keeps showing me snow. And snowflakes, snowmen.
We do snow removal in the winter, and she did that for years. But I always, it's weird, but I always talk to them about bringing us snow. I talk to her and Steven, bringing us snow so we have work, and yeah.
So
and she worked there.
You ask them to bring you snow, and here she is bringing up snow.
Yeah.
I feel like she wants to launch me into talking about your mother, or bringing your mother up, bringing her through. I'm not picking up on your mother, so I'm not for sure if she's alive or on the other side, but for some reason she's definitely bringing her up heavily.
She's gone.
Yeah. So that's probably why. It's just her way of lightly letting you know I'm with mom. Your mom, grandma. Who's Tyler?
Tyler is my nephew. And Frank is Dad's boss's name. Frank?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
That's okay.
I don't know. When I get, nervous or whatever, my mind
I
goes-
understand,
Yeah.
and that's why it took me a really, really long time to.
It is Frank. You
Underst-
said work.
Okay, I
Yeah.
think that there's going to be a major shift with your husband's career, and I don't think it's going to be bad. I just think it's going to be a shift.
Okay.
So maybe be ready for changes. Are those on the horizon?
Well, he's been here for
4 months?
4 or 5 months.
Okay. So yeah, I think there's a chance for, I don't know,
Okay.
a raise. I'm not for sure really. But she keeps bringing up Tyler, and Tyler is almost like a warning.
Yes.
So she's concerned about her cousin.
Yes.
And how he is living.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And my hope is that he will see this and maybe, I don't know, wake up. I'm not for sure exactly what the situation is. I just know she definitely wants to warn.
Yes.
Me too.
If you keep going down this path, if you keep doing the things that you're doing, if you don't change, if you don't wake up,
Right.
yeah. Does that make sense?
Very.
Yes. 100%.
Okay. Jennifer? Benny?
Jenny and Frank?
Oh.
Jenny and Frankie?
Jennifer is my best friend, and her husband's name is Frankie. You said Frankie, didn't you?
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. So, bringing those two up and them having a recent passing. I will tell you though, the one thing, and I don't believe that spirit actually feels our human emotions, but they do make me feel those human emotions so that I can tell you about them. One thing that truly bothers her is the fact that her children are not growing up around her family.
Yes.
That is a huge issue.
Us too.
And she is really trying hard to change that, change his mind, change in general, change what's going on there. So, just know that. With her dad, she makes me feel like, he's not, it's like he's holding a lot in.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost wonder if he's even grieved. I'm sure he has, but she just makes me feel like he's holding a lot in. Does that
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
make sense? Okay.
Is there something you wanted to ask?
She said, "I love you, Daddy." Did somebody have what's the thing that ruptures on the side of your? It's on the left side.
Appendix?
Appendix. Did somebody have an appendix burst or something?
No.
And that something going on in that area, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I've been having side pain.
For months.
Okay. She's very concerned about the side pain. Is it on the left side?
Mm-hmm.
Have you had it looked at?
No.
Okay. I think I would go get it looked at
Okay.
because she's making it hurt and ache on the left side, lower stomach.
That's very accurate. Guess I'm gonna have to get in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And quit canceling the appointment.
Yeah. Any reason she would show me gummy bears?
They eat a lot of gummy bears,
we were buying the giant bags of gummy bears.
and she loved gummy bears.
She said, I just want my babies to know that I'm always with them. Like, that's her main and final message.
Mm-hmm.
And if that can be put out there, that's the biggest.
We were very big on that, and
Yeah.
then they got taken away.
So when I connect with Steven, the first thing that I'm drawn to is his hair. And I don't know if he was odd about his hair and how it had to be just right, or if he didn't care. But I just get this this feeling that his hair was important.
It actually kind of went both ways.
Sometimes he really didn't care.
And then other times it was that Pompeii stuff and
Yeah.
So both then.
Mhm.
That would make sense why I feel both.
it was either the crazy look or it had to be Pompeii style.
Yeah. Now he communicates with you through music.
Mhm.
So he's constantly sending you songs and
He did today.
Yeah.
bringing up different music. Do you know if he had any musical talent? Do you have a picture of him holding a guitar?
Oh, Guitar Hero.
Okay.
I do have a
yeah.
picture of him playing.
He was
holding
really
a guitar.
he was fabulous at Guitar Hero.
Okay. That is a joke to him, and this is so funny because I asked if he had musical talent because I'm seeing him holding this guitar and just going to town,
Mhm.
but he's actually playing a game. It's not.
Yeah.
But in my mind, the way I first saw it was, my God, he's an amazing guitar player.
Very few people would honestly beat him in Guitar Hero.
That is great. He is so funny.
He is so
I mean,
funny.
just
Very funny.
So
Funniest person I ever
just
met.
constantly trying to make a joke about everything. It's
That is-
very hard to get him to be
That
serious.
is very 100% true.
So before we move on past his passing, can I ask you to verify if his chest was impacted?
Yes.
Because that, I think, is where the breathing issue comes from.
Yes.
Okay. When we began this reading, I told you I did not feel a blunt force trauma, anything to that effect. And I find it interesting that he made sure that I didn't feel that. He does that for two reasons. One, so that I didn't have to visualize that, because I would, and it's really hard to get out of my mind. And two, to prove to me that he was already gone before he experienced that crush. Okay? So, he's so all over the place. He keeps showing me August,
It's his birthday.
and he talks about did he have tattoos?
No,
Okay.
Not that I know of.
but he was drawing one up.
Was he?
Mhm.
Because that's what I'm seeing. Is like
Yeah, he was very artistic and
very. He was always drawing. Like I have
I
so
keep
many drawings
seeing
from him.
this lion, or like this lion head. So there's two reasons I could see that.
Actually, his sketchbook has a lion on the front of it that I have in my room.
Oh yeah.
That's
The
amazing.
one in the closet.
That's so cool.
The one in
Yeah,
the closet.
yeah. I've never written in it, but I've always kept it, and there is a lion on the front of that, so that's cool.
Wow. Yeah. So just confirming that he knows that you have his sketchbook, and that's the one. And
Well, we know he knows about the sketchbook
Yeah.
because you should tell her about that.
What?
well, let's just wait.
Oh.
You never know; it might come up. Do you have any issues with closet doors opening and closing?
Yes.
Okay, because
All the time.
he's the one doing that.
it makes me mad.
He's like, well, then you should get your own room. Why would he say that? Has your room always been your room, or did you take over somebody else's?
I
Nope.
switched to my sister's room.
Okay.
That was in that where she lived.
That is funny.
And when we grew up, I would always sneak into his room and sleep with him, and he hated it.
He said bring up the bike rack.
The bike rack?
Bike rack. And I do feel like this is like a regular bike. I don't feel like it's like a motorcycle.
I'm not sure if Mikey had the bike rack when he broke something.
I don't know.
I can't remember. That was so long ago.
I keep seeing this teeny tiny little like scar.
I have one right here from him.
You fell on the bike in his room. That's how you got the scar.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got this scar
I
from.
can't even see the scar.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
covered, but
That's what happened.
I was sleeping
He
with
had
him.
his bike in his room because his other bike had been stolen from where we lived, and she fell
Yeah.
and had a big chunk out of her face from the bike.
And now I
bet
have
that's
a
what
scar
it is.
forever, and it always reminds me of him.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I bet that's what.
That is
It
exactly
is.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, I'm so sorry, Mom. I'm so sorry I left so soon. He says, please tell Dad he was the best dad.
Oh.
And I feel like he wants me to tell his dad that his dad was the best because maybe his dad doesn't feel like he was or like he didn't do enough.
We both do.
Okay. There's no question about what you guys have done for him. Like, you are the best parents.
I agree.
The absolute best parents. He said, I never wanted for anything. She might not believe that. Happy Mother's Day, Mama.
Oh.
He has a headstone. He said, I love it. And there's like something special on there.
There is.
And I don't know if it costs more to get it on there or if there's a debacle about whether we should even do it, but he's so glad that you did.
There's a guitar on there. And this picture, and yeah.
Alright. So me seeing him with the guitar just makes sense all around.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm very happy and grateful that, I was chosen. I would like, you validated several things to me, which is very, trying not to cry, but I worked a lot and I missed out on a lot of things when they were growing up. So, for them to come through and say, that I was a good mom,
Absolutely.
You are. You're a great mom.
because a lot of times I felt like I wasn't because it's not, I was working
Right.
and I wasn't there. So, that's a huge thing for me.
Please,
A weight,
yeah,
You know?
release yourself of that guilt.
because I always, try to be around, and that's why I made it, that I was gonna really be around more for my grandchildren, and I am, and I would be, but I can't see them right now, because I did not want to keep the same pattern, going that,
Well, it was a complete and total honor to read for you, and thank you so much for allowing me to do this.